I've always been drawn to places off the map, the kind of spots that don't show up on GPS, the ones with whispers attached to them. So when my friend Jonah told me about a little island off the coast of Maine that wasn't on any recent charts, I didn't hesitate. He said it was barely more than a bump in the sea, uninhabited, untouched, and surrounded by stories locals refused to tell. They called it Greyfin Island. We were supposed to be 5 in total: Jonah, me, his cousin Mark, and 2 of Mark's hiking buddies. Just a weekend trip. Tents, fishing gear, maybe a few beers. A break from the world. We took a small boat out early that morning. The fog was thick as milk, clinging to everything, swallowing sound. But when the island appeared, it was like it had been waiting for us. A narrow crescent of rocky beach, dense trees clustered in the center like they were hiding something. It was beautiful in a cold, watchful kind of way. We made camp near the tree line. By nightfall we'd shared stories, laughed around a fire, and passed out under a sky smeared with stars. That was the last normal night I remember. The next morning, one of the guys, Daniel, was gone. No sign of struggle, no footprints, nothing disturbed in his tent. It looked like he'd just gotten up and vanished. We searched the whole island, circling, shouting his name, checking the shoreline in case he'd gone for a swim. But the strangest part? His footprints led away from the camp, then stopped, just stopped, like he'd been plucked out of the air. That night we sat in silence. We should have left then, but Jonah insisted we wait. He'll turn up, he said. He's probably messing with us. But by morning, Mark was gone too. Same story, no signs. His pack was still there, his tent unzipped, one set of footprints leading into the trees, and then nothing. That's when the air changed. It was hard to explain. It felt thicker somehow, like the island was pressing in on us, watching us. Jonah and I decided to leave. We packed up what we could carry and hiked back to the boat. But when we reached the shore, it was gone. Just gone. The anchor rope was still tied to the post, but the boat wasn't there. No tide marks, no drag lines, just wet sand and silence. That night, I didn't sleep. I lay awake, staring at the roof of the tent, listening. And at some point I realized I couldn't hear the ocean anymore. We were on an island, but the waves were gone. Then I heard something else. Footsteps outside. Slow, heavy, deliberate. I held my breath, frozen. Jonah whispered my name from the other side of the tent, but the voice wasn't right. It was close, but flat, like someone trying too hard to sound like him. Then came the zipper. I bolted. I ran into the trees without a flashlight, crashing through branches and thorns, not stopping until I collapsed. I stayed hidden until dawn. When I returned to camp, everything was gone. Not just Jonah, but the tents, the fire pit, our gear. There were no signs that we'd ever been there. Not even footprints. Just untouched forest floor. I tried to scream. Nothing came out. I wandered the island for hours, days, I don't even know. Time bled together. Every direction I walked circled back. I swear I saw my own boot prints more than once. And then one night, I saw them, standing at the edge of the trees. 5 figures, still, silent. Their faces were wrong, blank, no eyes, just stretched skin. One of them held up a hand, and I swear to you, it looked just like mine. I don't remember falling asleep. I don't remember the boat returning. I just woke up, alone, drifting at sea, wrapped in my own jacket. Coast Guard found me 3 miles off the coast, dehydrated, sunburned, and half mad. When I told them about the island, they said there's nothing there. No greyfin, just open water. But I know what I saw. Something lives out there. Something that watches, waits, and takes. And if you ever see an island that doesn't appear on your map, one that locals won't talk about, turn back, before it finds you too.